argues rather that it may harm the workforce in the long term and as well as economic stability. Right to Dumela, and thank you for joining us. I'm obviously joined by Tshepiso Mbereki, who is the Secretary General of BFTU, to discuss this matter further. Right, so this is a very intriguing one.
Yes.
From the union side, what is a state-owned enterprise as far as the union is concerned?
Yes, thank you very much. Ke go dumedisa se ke be ke dumedise le babogedi ba lona go gae maloko a BFTU, all the affiliates. And rona go ya ka rona, a state-owned entity is one entity leng gore it is an element of a private company and government into running one institution. O ka tsa bone bo BPC, o ka tsa bone bo BHC, jalo jalo. Ke tsone tse e leng gore re itse gore those are our SOEs. Yes, so go ra gore goromente o na le seabe mo go tsone go mo gore di tsamaisiwa ka tsela e ntseng ja.
Yes. Di raya mo go lona as far as the workers that one are concerned, from a workers perspective, di raya mo botshelong jwa Mbereki?
Yes, state-owned entities kana di direlwa di role tse di harologaneng. Firstly, di direlwa gore di ise a certain service e leng gore Botswana ba ka tswa ba e thoka. O ka tsaya ile service ya housing, o ka tswa ile service ya motlakase, ka tswa ile service ya metsi. But at the end of the day again, they create employment ka gore go nna le babereki ho. So rona interest ya rona in the SOEs would be the delivery of the mandate, and of course the interest tsa babereki ba ileng gore ba bereka in those particular SOEs.
So a guaranteed job security.
Guaranteed job security, yes.
Despite performance.
No, not necessarily despite performance. Issues of performance are not alien to us as federations. Issues of performance ke tsa ileng gore le rona ra se bua gore the SOEs must perform to a certain level and even deliver the mandate we ileng gore do here.
Ke lebile babereki nna gore job security for the workers despite performance ya bona.
Not really.
Okay.
Remember kana performance ya Mbereki ena le ka ha ileng gore e kalwa ka teng mo ditumalanong tsa gago le mohiri. Ebile ena le ka ha ileng gore ha o sa performe go ka dirwa ka teng go lebile ditumalano tsa gago wena o le Mbereki le mohiri. Those would include gore re go equipe ka di skills tsa gore o kgone gore o performe. Re lebelle gore gone mmekeng o sa performe. Sometimes it's not the skill, sometimes the environment e leng gore o berekela mo go yone e dirang gore o ska perform. So issues tse di tshwanang le tsa bo mental health, these are the issues tse e leng gore di teng mo malatsing a gompieno tse di dirang gore batho ba ska ba perform. So don't look at performance as an motho a dira ka bomo gore a ska perform. No, we can't advocate for that.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to look at, so if government was to privatize the SOEs, especially okay, we wouldn't expect Botswana to privatize you, but others can be privatized or whatever. If governors would say no, we are privatizing what is the biggest impact you're expecting as far as workers' rights are concerned?
Yes, Rona, as BFTU, you would recall from our Congress, Tauto na Rona Mamulema, Atalosa. Ke tautona.
Okay.
Ko union ke tautona. Yes. Asupa gore rona, our position is we are opposed to privatization. Why are we opposed to privatization? We are opposed to privatization because privatization then shifts the concentration ya the profit into a few individuals. Take go hesekai. Ha goromente a tsa tshwetso ya gore o outsource cleaning ko maphateng a puso, ke ba le kahe ba ileng gore ba tswa go benefit now in the outsourcing? Only a few people. And ba ileng gore ga to own that particular cleaning company, they clean ko pusong, they even clean in the SOEs, but the benefit goes to a few individuals. How much are they paying the people ba ileng gore ba ba hirile? Ke madi a ileng gore it can't even sustain motho mo botshelong.
Error.
Yes.
I really let the benefit to a few.
Yes.
Right now, an SOE
Mm.
who is benefiting?
Yes. To the larger extent, Botswana are benefiting from the service here, the particular SOE. Because
So in highly private, the service will still benefit there.
No. Once it becomes private, now we look at issues to profit. And it
Profit which translates to more tax for the country.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Okay. Error.
Yes. So the benefit currently, if the government has a share or it's largely owned by government, the revenue goes into government coffers and is shared amongst us. Shared how? We put it into infrastructure, all these things, because the revenue is shared against by the population. But once you privatize, I determine what I do with my profits, and it has nothing to do with the next person or the next Botswana. It is about me.
But what about the burden of the cost of operating these SOEs? If you look at the life of a CEO of an SOE in Botswana,
yes,
it's super extravagant, right? That's still one person.
Yes.
So what are we saying about the cost of operating and maintaining the people and maintaining the services?
Yes. Let me take you to the budget speech. Yeah, the Honorable Minister of Finance, who is also the VP, and Ndaba Gaolathe. How bala mo speeches sa gagwe? Ha buang teng ka di SOEs. One of the things tse e leng gore o di tlhalositse ebile a le very clear, gore there are problems tsa governance in these SOEs. And amongst the problems tsa governance in these particular SOEs would be tsone di kgang tse o di buang gore how do we get somebody earning such an extravagant salary? How do we get management by itirela so many benefits? And of course, he spoke about the leakages in terms of the revenue that could be accrued from these SOEs, giving an example, Yakobo Bes. And what he was saying, Goromente now wants to transform these SOEs in terms of their governance, and in doing so, we believe now it's a step in the right direction. You don't privatize and say it's the solution. It is not. The solution now is what the government is proposing, and we support that, to see what they are governed sent. One of the things that Nadibua, it is not the board. He mentioned it. Or there are some it is not the board. How is in a board? How is it governed?
So let's look at just the general structure of a private entity versus an SOE.
Yes.
Private entity is pushing for profit, as you said.
Yeah.
And I 100% agree with you. We all agree there. SOEs don't seem to be pushing for profit, but rather extravagance of certain individuals in the SOEs. Don't you think a private company would have stricter governance than government can?
Not really. You see, in private entities, the regulation is much limited as compared to state-owned entities. You don't regulate the company bathu.
But they can be more held to law over government entities, because it's a government entity, things can be overlooked.
Yeah.
But when you're a private company, when a case compared to when it's government.
Yes. Now, let me take you to what the Honorable Minister of Labour, retired Major General Mokware, stated earlier on in Parliament. Ba Labour ya government, the department, ba focusitse mo goreng ba lebelle private companies gore a di dira dilo sentle.
And hold them more accountable.
Yes. But they have forgotten gore government le ene o tshwantse gore a lebellwe gore a o dira dilo sentle. Yes, definitely. Yes. Okay. Not necessarily go itoma, but yes.
Yes.
Department ya Labour ha go thona gore e go pomela lephata le lengwe la puso and say ha o di resent. That is the approach ya ka General Mokware, and we appreciate that approach. So from what you are saying, o gore re lebeletse se sentseng se diragala, which is wrong, than what is intended to be done, which is correct.
Okay, so let's say we take corrective measures and say we're
Yes.
doing correct things, right?
Yes.
And government decides now to enforce, starting with just working hours. Gore ha e le gore SOEs mamang e bula ka 8, ha e re 8 e butse mo, ha a sa bula motho a sa theogela o a tshwarwe to account. The first people who are going to respond vehemently against that, ke the union.
No.
Okay.
Yes. The understanding should be unions naturally ka tholego ya tsone are there to bring harmony between the employer and the employee. There is never gope mo lehatsheng la o ka ya ko mahatsheng a ileng gore di union di tholegile teng di le stronger, even ha ga rona ba South Africa, where they are even more stronger than us. E leng gore o ka utwa union e mahela ere batho ba tsenele iti go sia. Never.
Okay. So tell me something. There's something you pointed out, sabo training and so on, saying what Muhiri must be doing. As unions, and I'm going to ask this out of knowledge, I've never been in a union.
Yes.
As
And you should be in a union, by the way.
No.
Yes.
As a union,
Yes.
what do you do for your people? Because now we're looking at SOEs, people saying they're not performing. If you open your Facebook now, the first you type the word BPC or water utilities, the first complaints are naming those organizations directly,
Yes.
right? Are you using the funds and whatever you are raising? I know unions make a lot of money. Are you using them to also encourage training of these people, to refacilitate them, to keep them focused on developing what you are protecting?
I don't understand the question. Kana rona we are at a federation level.
Yes.
Then there are affiliates, what I say,
union,
but
yeah.
the unions individually, you can name Bonebo BPC, jalo jalo.
Yeah.
Part of their mandate is to train their members.
Okay.
And they train their members to know what is right and what is wrong in the workplace. And part of their training is to advise even the employer to say, we can be efficient haridira 1 2 3, and we can manage Mbereki botoka haridira 1 2 3. It's part of that.
All right.
Yes.
So let's take up the risk of privatization. Obviously, the federation is very clear. They're not
Yes.
buying into that one. What will you be doing as the unions and the federation itself to enhance performance at the SOE, to protect them from this thing that might come? What are you going to do to help? Because I think performance is the biggest problem, as the budget speech also pointed out. As unions, what do you think would be the best thing to do?
Yes. Rona kana ga se rona beng ba di SOE in the strict sense.
Yes.
Tsa government. So we can, and it's what we've been doing at different forums, advocate for better performance ya di SOEs. Tata rona re lebelela gore whether this SOE it deliver the mandate ka ha eleng gore e tshwantse gore e o deliver ka teng. A re tse di kae tse o ntseng o di bua. Water utilities deliver the mandate ka ha e tshwantse gore be o deliver. BHC ha e thomiwa go te tshwantse gore e dire gore Botswana ba nne le roofs over their head. Are they doing that? How tsa BMC? BMC e dira se tshwantseng gore e be se dira e thabolla leruo e rekisetsa Botswana and all those things. Do they do that? Ha ile gore ga ba dire jalo, what is the problem? Ke gone ha re tsenang teng. Ha ile gore ke issue tsa governance at the tripartite, where we sit with business and government. That's where we raise this issue. So these are the problems it's already born in our SOEs. And how our workers manifesto ya 2024 really, amongst the issues that we raised was corruption and within the SOEs and within government. So this is us advocating for better SOEs. And of course, we'll get feedback through our affiliates how tsa gompieno our affiliate Bopeu, it organizes in almost all of these SOEs, and they have structures tse leng gore people would sit in those structures and advise SOEs gore go tshwanetse gore go dirwe ka tsela e ntseng, and that's the feedback we get rona now as a federation to say this is what we see as a problem in this SOEs, like we're getting the feedback at the Congress.
Yeah. Now, and our last question will obviously come to the benefits. That you don't see any benefits at all as far as privatization is concerned.
No, we are not saying that. We are not saying that. Kana, like you were saying, privatization, one would think of innovation and efficiency.
Yeah.
Again, but we are saying you don't need to privatize to be innovative. You can be innovative still under the same arrangement. So you need to find out why is this particular SOE is innovative. Okay. You can be efficient. You don't need to sell it to somebody who
innovative.
Yes, it can be innovative so government must be in a position to strike that balance na innovative and still deliver the mandate usa
Right, so thank you very much. I think you highlighted all the concerns that one would have as far as this commission is concerned, and we look forward to obviously see more engagement around this matter.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, right. So, and that marks the end of our conversation. Thank you for watching.
One of BUA's mandates is to contribute to sustainable development through enhancing skills in food production systems. However, skills development should be underpinned on youth entrepreneurship to optimize the socio-economic value of this sector. This is the ultimate aim of the BUA IncuHive program. The IncuHive is a 3-year program designed to capacitate BUA graduates with entrepreneurship skills. Through this program, incubates operate real businesses in BUA, guided and mentored by BUA staff and faculty. This approach ensures that our incubates are ready to face the challenges and complexities of the real world through operating successful and sustainable business enterprises. The IncuHive program currently hosts 6 business enterprises, which are operated exclusively by the incubates. These include broiler production, layer production, pig production, vegetable production, apps production, and mushroom production. Furthermore, we are currently working on initiatives to expand the depth and breadth of this program. Very soon, this program will contain additional enterprises like food processing, based on agro and varied products, apiculture, aquaculture, to name but a few. Our ambition as BUA is to see this become one of Botswana's flagship programs on youth upskilling and retooling. The program is implemented in partnership with the local enterprise authority, which provides entrepreneurship training. We have also formed a partnership with the Ministry of Youth and Gender Affairs. Our partnership with the ministry is a manifestation of what I call futures thinking. Now, as part of futures thinking, BUA forged a strategic partnership with the Ministry of Youth and Gender Affairs through a memorandum of agreement in 2024. This partnership facilitates BUA access to a farm owned by the ministry in Mankodi. This will allow us to extend our youth incubation program in Botswana. Most importantly, this expansion will enable us to nurture a new generation of entrepreneurs, empowering them to drive innovation and cement growth in Botswana.